Hello, Algebra. Alright, so for today we're going to do like a kind of, we're doing a Desmos review of 2.6, which was ratios and proportions. So some of the questions might not be ones that we exactly cover in class, but they should be review of ratios from middle school. So we can do this first one together. Look at this picture. What is the ratio of red circles to blue circles? So the number of red circles is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Colon. And how many blue circles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So the ratio of red to blue circles is 5 to 6. I could write that as 5 over 6. I could write that as 5 to 6. Alright, just make sure that whatever you end up with is reduced. Okay? Alright, so you have some like that. Next will be checking each pair of ratios. We need to see if they create a proportion. So what you'll do is you'll look at the two ratios given, and you can either use cross products to see if they're proportional, or what you can do is simplify both ratios and see if you come to the exact same simplified answer. If you have a decimal in your ratio and you're trying to come to a simplified answer, make sure that both your numerator and your denominator is not a decimal or a fraction. It should be a whole number or an integer. Okay? So just so you know that, otherwise you're not going to be able to get to the same simplified answer even if it is proportional. Alright, on this one, you have to solve each of the proportions and complete the table with the x values. Alright, so you will solve this proportion and get a value for x, and you'll put that value for x in here. So for this one as well, find the values of x. This one's going to be a little bit trickier, guys, but I think you can get it. Just remember what we learned in 2.4. This slide, then we have a few word problems. I put a sketching tool on here so you can put in the proportion that you made. So say I did 5 over 10. Just do your best. Try not to get too sloppy with it. But I mean, if I do it quickly, it's at least readable. So I know you guys can make it something I can read as well. So use that. You can put your work in there. If there is something you did and you don't know it, you can write it in here and circle it, put a question mark, and I can look at it and see if if you're on the right track. So word problems. The last slide is converting between percents and decimals and fractions. I'm not sure if I want to exactly assess you guys on this, but I feel like this is important for you guys to practice and be able to do, okay? This is kind of general knowledge here. All right, so make sure you complete this as well, okay? I find it easiest to find the decimal and then branch off of that. So finding the decimal at least should make it easier to find either the percent or the fraction. But yeah, that's what I have for you today. Do your best. Email me with questions.